Welcome back to Mac Talks Football, and it's match day 25 in the Bundesliga. Just 10 match days remaining, and the league is going to be over, and we still don't have any clear idea who the champion is going to be. It's an 8 point difference at the moment between Bayern Munich and Bayer Leverkusen, with Bayern Munich having a sort of a substantial lead at the moment against Leverkusen, but they are going to fight it out up until the end. You go down from a third place in the Frankfurt up until 10th place in Dortmund. It's just an 8 point difference between the next 8 or 9 teams fighting it out for those European places. So the competition is going to be really tough for those places as well. And then you go down for the relegation battle. Again, nothing is certain at the moment. Union Berlin at 14th up until 18th at Heidenheim, just 8 points separating the bottom 6 teams at as well for those relegation places. So the league is still very, very tight at the moment, and it is going to be another exciting set of games this weekend. So let's go ahead and make our predictions. The first game, it is Borussia Mönchengladbach versus Mainz. It is 7th versus 4th, just 4 points separate these two teams. And as I said, both of them are one of those two of those teams who are fighting it out for those European places. I think it's going to be a really good game. Both of them are coming into this game with sort of a similar form. Both of them have won 3 of their last 5 games. Both of them have lost as well. But Mainz, they have won 3 on the trot, so they are, you could say, in a better position coming into this game. But Mönchengladbach themselves, like the last 3 games, 2 of them have been wins. So it is going to be quite an entertaining game, and it is going to be quite an interesting game. I am expecting quite a lot of goals in this one, and this game could go either way, if I'm being very honest with you. Both these teams are like one of the highest scoring teams as well. So as I said, we can expect goals, but to be very honest, I don't really see a result in this game. I'm going to sit on the fence. I'm going to expecting an interesting game, but I'm not expecting a winner. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Borussia Mönchengladbach and Mainz. Up next is Wolfsburg versus St. Pauli. It is 7th versus 15th. Now Wolfsburg, they are undefeated in their last 5 games, but 3 of those games have been draw. One of the reasons why they've dropped out of that top 4 situation. They are playing against a St. Pauli side who a month ago looked really safe and secure. It looked like they were not going to be in that relegation fight, but the last month has been really dreadful for them. They are winless in the last 5 games, and the last 4 games have been defeats as well. So it's a really tough situation at St. Pauli at the moment, and they are going away to a Wolfsburg side who, as I said, they are undefeated in their last 5 games. They look in a really good form as well, and I personally think, unfortunately for St. Pauli, their winless run is going to continue, and I think they are going to face a 5th defeat in a row. I'm going for a very comfortable 2-0 win for Wolfsburg. Then it's Bayern Munich versus Bochum. It is 1st versus 16th. Bayern Munich are flying high at the moment, undefeated in their last 6-7 games as well. 4 wins in their last 5 games as well. They won in the midweek in the Champions League as well, thrashing Bayer Leverkusen 3-1. So they are going to come in this game with a lot of confidence, playing against the Bochum side who are 16th in the table. They are in that relegation promotion playoffs spot, and they would love to get away from that, but it is a tough game for them. They are not in a good form as well. Bayern Munich being the home side as well, I think it is going to be quite a comfortable win for Bayern. There's no other result in my mind. I'm going for a thrashing for Bochum as well. Unfortunately, I'm going for a 4-0 win for Bayern Munich. Then it's Holstein Kiel versus Stuttgart. It is 17th versus 9th. Now Holstein Kiel and Stuttgart, both of them have just 1 win in their last 5 games. Both of them are coming into this game in not on a really good form. But Holstein Kiel won last weekend, whereas Stuttgart lost last weekend. So maybe Holstein Kiel are going to have that that much of an advantage. They are coming into this game. They are the home side as well, so they would hope to get something out of this game because Stuttgart are not playing that well. But Stuttgart are one of those 8 teams are fighting it out for those European places. So you never know when Stuttgart can turn things around. It could be this could be the game where Stuttgart turn things around and start winning the games, but I don't think it's gonna happen. I think Holstein Kiel, being the home side, and they know how important every single point is for them, they're fighting for their lives at the bottom of the table. I think it's going to be a very tight game, but I don't think we are going to get a winner in this game as well. I'm going for a 1-all draw between Holstein Kiel and Stuttgart. Then it's Dortmund versus Augsburg. It is 10th versus 11th. Now Dortmund, they're sort of starting to make a comeback under Kovac. They're trying to get back into those European places. They're 10th at the moment, but as I said, it's just 8 points between them and until 3rd place Frankfurt. So there's a big chance that they can get into any of those European places. They are playing, and they have won 3 out of their last 5 games, 2 defeats as well. They are playing against an Augsburg side who are undefeated in their last 5 games, but all 4 of them have been draws. So that has really halted. They were at the a couple of weeks ago, they were looking to maybe get into the Europe themselves. There's still an outside chance for them as well, because they're just 3 points behind Borussia Dortmund. So if they win this game, they are going to be on the same number of points with Dortmund. I think it's going to be a very, very close game, but the way that Dortmund are playing, they played in midweek in the Champions League as well against it. They really did not look that good in that game, if I'm being very honest with you. But against Augsburg, you never really know, and I think it is going to be very, very tight. But I think Dortmund are somehow going to make it in that. I'm going for a very, very hard fought 2-1 win for Borussia Dortmund. Moving on, it is Bayer Leverkusen versus Werder Bremen. It is at second versus 12th. Moving on, it is Bayer Leverkusen versus Werder Bremen. It is second versus 12th. And now Leverkusen, at the moment, they cannot really afford to drop any more points. They're 8 points behind Bayern Munich, and they have to win every single game to put a pressure on Bayern Munich. They are undefeated in their last 5 games, but two of them in the last 5 games, 2 of them have been draws, and that has really hurt them and their title challenge. If I'm being very honest with you, they are playing against the Werder Bremen side, who are all over the place. To be very honest with you, last 5 games winless, last 4 games defeats in a row, and that has really halted their chances of trying to qualify for those European places. And I think Leverkusen would be really happy that they are playing Werder Bremen after what happened to them midweek in the Champions League. They need a response, and I think they are going to give it to them. And unfortunately for Werder Bremen, I think they are going to suffer their 5th defeat in a row. I'm going for a Leverkusen win, but I don't think it's going to be easy, if I'm being very honest with you. Just because they're the home side and they are fighting for that title, I think they are going to somehow nick it. I'm going for a very hard fought 1-0 win for Bayer Leverkusen. Then it's Freiburg versus Leipzig. It is 5th versus 6th. Now Freiburg are in a really good form currently. They are undefeated in their last 5 games. 4 of them have been wins. They drew last weekend, so that is why they've dropped out of the top 4. They are playing against a Leipzig side who have won just once in their last 5 games. They lost last weekend as well. They are 2 points behind Freiburg. So if Leipzig are able to win this game, they can overtake them in the table. But I really don't think so that is going to happen. As I said, Leipzig are very, very inconsistent, and they are not in a really good form. On the other hand, Freiburg are playing really good football. They are flying high, and I think they are going to continue their dominance this weekend as well. This is one of those games which could end up in a draw, and it could be an entertaining draw as well. But just because the way that Freiburg are playing, I think they are going to nick it. I'm going for a very entertaining 3-2 win for Freiburg. Then it is Frankfurt versus Union Berlin. It is 3rd versus 14th. And now Frankfurt, it is like the first time in a long time this season, I think probably the first time this season, that they are at the jeopardy of falling out of the top 4. It never looked like they were going to be out of the top 4, but the last couple of weeks results have not been good, and the teams have caught up with them. So it is really looking tough for them at the moment. They are playing against the Union Berlin side, who themselves are not playing that good. Just 1 win in their last 5 games. Their last 3 games have been defeats as well, and that has put them in that relegation battle as well. So both these teams have suddenly lost their way, and that has put them in a problematic situation, if I'm being very honest with you. But Frankfurt, I still think they are going to have too much for Union Berlin. They are the home side as well, and I think they are going to get back to winning ways this win. I think it's going to be a comfortable win as well. I'm going for a 3-1 win for Frankfurt. And the last game of the weekend is Hoffenheim versus Heidenheim. It is 13th versus 18th. Hoffenheim, their last 3 games, they are undefeated, 2 wins, and although they have sort of come back away from that relegation scrap that was happening at the below of the table. So at the moment they are feeling really safe. They are playing against an Heidenheim side who are at the at the bottom of the table. The last 5 games, 4 defeats. They are winless in about 8 games. So nothing is really working out for Heidenheim at the moment. And unfortunately for them, I think it is going to continue. I don't think they are going to lose this game, and I don't think Hoffenheim are going to win, but I don't think it's going to be a really good game of football as well. I think it's going to be a draw, and I think it's going to be quite a scrappy game of football. I'm going for a 1-0 draw between Hoffenheim and Heidenheim. And with that, my predictions for match day 25 in Bundesliga are complete. We'll see what happens at the end of the weekend, how many of my predictions are correct and how many of them are wrong. Let me know what you guys think in the of my predictions in the comment section below. Make your predictions as well, and we'll see who is more correct and who is more wrong at the end of the weekend. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.